So here I am. Before I get started on my video, I wanted to just say thank you to everybody who's been really supportive through the death of my sister. People are awesome, and I received so many emails and just all the replies and everything, and it really meant a lot. It's been really tough, and it really does help, get by, and just to know how many people out there think about you or pray for you and the family, and it has really been comforting, so thank you. So, I am an emotional eater. So as you can imagine, the last couple weeks have really tested me, and I have failed miserably. I found myself eating things that I haven't eaten in a long time, in years. And even through Halloween, a friend of mine tried to get me out of the house and go with her to take her little girl trick-or-treating. So my husband and I did. And I was eating candy like you wouldn't believe, just anything to make me feel good. And I realized that I have to stop that. But putting that aside and not talking about emotions, I wanted to talk about goals. And how many of you who have had the surgery, and I'm really going to say 300 pounds plus, have gotten to your goal weight. Because I noticed that those who were 300 plus have a difficult time, obviously, reaching their goals if they were small in weight versus someone who was, say, in the high 200s or even really 300 pounds total. I mean, I was 350. But it's a lot easier for them. They get down to a really small size, and I find that a lot of us who were 300 plus really struggle towards the end. I mean, my goal was 150 originally, and then I realized I wanted to be around 140 ideally, even 135 if possible, because I'm only 5'5". And I have found that goal to be really, really hard to reach. And, I have struggled in the past year. I am 3 years post-op now. And it has been really difficult because I can pretty much eat whatever I want now. I'm pretty good about counting my calories and watching what I take in and being responsible towards that. But my lowest was 150. And I was 150 for all of like 1 week. Wow. And then my highest, since my lowest, was actually 170. And that's when my sister and I had decided to go on a little weight loss plan and really just kick our butts in motion and lose a specific amount by Christmas. My sister was doing great, and unfortunately, she won't be joining me for Christmas. And at this point, it doesn't matter who would have won, even though that was, what we were focusing on, beating one another. But I really, really want to get to my goal weight. And currently I am 165, which is 15 pounds up from my highest. And I have stayed within 160, 165 for a long time, and I'd really like to break that cycle. But I decided today that I was going to do something that I never thought I was going to do. I am officially on the liquid diet for 2 weeks. Okay, 1 week for sure, and we'll see about the 2 weeks, but I'd really like to do the 2 weeks, but it's really hard. So I went and I got the Atkins Advantage, which I think is like 15 grams of protein. I believe it's 160 calories. I plan on having about 4 of those a day, and coffee, hot tea, broths, but I'm not going to have any food. The main thing when you do this is making sure that you are getting in the proper nutrients, because you don't want to set yourself back. I've come so far with my hair, and I really don't want to see me losing some of that. So far, let's see, what time is it? It's noon. I'm not doing too bad. I'm not really craving anything, but a lot of times, sometimes I miss breakfast anyway, so we'll see how the week goes. But it's really because I have found that I can eat more recently, and I really just want to try and shrink my pouch a little bit and really give myself a kickstart. If I can just take off 10 pounds by Christmas, I think I'll be satisfied, and I'll be happy with that for now. So that's really what I'm trying to do. But do you find out there that people who were 300 plus pounds have a harder time reaching their goals than those who were 300 and under? You know, and I know that it comes down to the mass amount of weight that you have to lose, and the surgery only gives you a specific amount of time. But, whew, I'm telling you, reaching 150 was hard. I had to cut off half myself, scars and injury, and which reminds me, I saw a video. I have tons of videos I haven't posted. I've made them, but I haven't posted them. And I saw one that I made when I was probably a week out of surgery, maybe less, and I looked like death. And I was talking about how miserable I was and how it wasn't worth it, and I dreamed about running and jumping on a bed and rolling around, which I can do today. But you know, it has been worth it. It's just that I would like to continue, even though it's 3 years out. I mean, okay, this is the part that kind of ticks me off a little bit, and I know that I shouldn't have any issues, but there are people out there, some of you, which really tick me off. You will have this surgery, and you will get to your goal weight, and you will never have to try. I know some of you. You don't exercise, you eat pizza, you're like, oh, it's so easy for me. Makes me sick. But then there are some of us who will have to try the rest of our lives. I mean, I'm going to have to count every calorie. I'm going to have to log my food. I constantly have to just focus and reevaluate, weigh myself. I have to be aware, and I have to work out. I can't stop working out. And it's just going to be that way. So, yeah, while I'm envious and jealous of some of you who don't have to try, this is my life. So, here I am, a week of drinking protein drinks. Did I say a week? 2 weeks.